If you clicked on this video, there is a high chance that you own a keyboard. There is also a high probability that it has backlights whose main is turning them off, and that's why I thought of two ideas. First, I use a lot of shortcuts, so I thought it would be cool to highlight these whenever I pressed a certain key. Second idea... well, I don't actually have a second idea, so... I love the feeling of the keyboard, but I cannot find a way to configure the RGB value for every single key. Individual key color assignment is not something supported by VIA. What the f is VIA? Your keyboard's best friend. VIA? More like change your browser, idiot. Edge. I know Keychron, which is the keyboard I have, not this one, but this one, has its own software. I guess that is the same thing essentially as VIA. You can customize your key map, lighting and whatever else, but there isn't an option to do what I wanted. It's not baked into the Keychron QMK firmware. Yeah, exactly. It can be hard-coded into the firmware if you download the source code, edit and refresh. To refresh simply means replacing the keyboard's current firmware with your modified version, and the firmware is what tells the keyboard how to behave. For example, when you press the letter G as in go outside, it knows what signal to send that the computer reads it as a G. This gave me two options. First option was to dig in the source code and add some lines of code that will tell the keyboard what to do when I press the mod key. Mod key? By mod key I refer to the Windows key. Yeah, I'm just that special. Second option was using some UI interface where you set it up as an already working feature. From these two I knew Open RGB, which cannot do what I want, but never heard of Artemis. Artemis is lighting software for games that create realistic lighting effects by using device location. What the fuck? Whatever, let's just install it. Okay, well now, this walkthrough will guide you to creating a profile that responds to key presses. Oh yes, please. Great. I can't see my keyboard or my mouse here. He has it. Missing devices? Oh. Okay, I give up. This is taking too long. I really didn't want to go this way, but the only remaining option was to go mess with the source code. Oh man. Your computer keyboard has a processor inside of it, similar to the one inside your computer. This processor runs software that is responsible for detecting button presses and informing the computer when keys are pressed. QMK firmware fills the role of that software, detecting button presses and passing that information onto the host computer. When you build your custom key map, you are creating an executable program for your keyboard. Well, he explained it much better than me. Keychron keyboards, along with apparently billion others running QMK. Okay, they don't. No, whatever, mind us. You don't have to know how to program to create powerful key maps. Oh, okay, boohoo. So I do have to install it first. Start by trying to build the keyboard's default key map. Okay, where to get my keyboard's name? Oh, QMK leaks keyboards. There was the V series, but I need the V1 Max, which is what I have. And CI and ISO are just the American and European layout. American keyboards don't have whatever this is. Their enter key is not like here, not the L shape and whatever else, I don't know. Let's just use the one that's available. So that should have made the bin file. .bin file, I guess. Yeah, this one. Great. Well now, how do they do the thing? Again, I don't have the VMAX series here. The V1 Max keyboard files live on a different branch of Keychron's repo than the one QMK setup downloaded by default. Okay, it's here now. Nice. This is like all Keychron keyboards that ever existed. Now keymap folder. Instead of editing Keychron's default files directly, we will make our own copy called mykeymap. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. So this is the keymap file, which has the map of numbers for each key on the keyboard. Let me just... At this point, everything was set up to add the necessary lines of code for what I wanted. You write it into this file, save it, and then put that on the keyboard. Oh, you wrote the code for me. Well, I mean, I could have written it on my own. No, I couldn't. No. This first part checks for the mod button, and this lights up the key. Blah, blah. Nobody cared. For now, I just kept whatever letters to light up. I needed to see it working first. So, save this file and put it into the keyboard. Yeah, no. First, the keyboard needs to be in flashing mode, so it allows me to put the modified code there that you need to compile first, of course. It means to take the code and make it so the keyboard chip can read it and work with it. It's super complicated to do, I mean. Good, now that's that done, we can flash it. To enter flashing mode, I read to first put the keyboard in like USB mode, cable mode, whatever. And then while holding the escape button, which is a really funny name for a button actually, like you escape some application. Okay, I'm sorry. While holding it, you plug it in, like so. Right, I cannot press anything. Time to bring out the beat. What, it works? Just like that? First try? Yeah. Why doesn't it connect? Please? Okay, I may need to re-add some permissions probably. Okay, just fix itself. Thank God. Now it's easy, I can do whatever I want. I use a lot of keyboard shortcuts, and if I want to light each one, half my keyboard would illuminate, so I picked the most used ones. Yes, I remember every one of these by heart, which also makes this awesome feature kind of useless. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, and this M button is here so it can log me out. I totally missed the fuck. Okay, goodbye.